Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are down in Port of Poole. I will admit it is a bit wet and it is a bit windy, but that's part of what boating life is like in the UK. To have a look at this Beneteau Antares 1080. So this is a 2002 boat. Been around a long time. They've built a lot of these. Really good combination of good sea keeping, good fishing and surprisingly decent accommodation. Obviously there's a fly bridge up there which we'll have a look at in a moment, but we're going to start on the back. Swim ladder, teak laid bathing platform, and obviously quite logically shore power. Nice sea gate, so it makes it nice and easy to get in and out. Obviously because the utilitarian nature of the cockpit basing around fishing, of course, it's laid bare, but the whole point of that is it means you can work the cockpit when you're fishing without furniture getting in the way, and then you can choose your individual furniture you like. You can put your sun loungers or your folding captain's chairs, whatever you fancy. There is a single fold-up seat over there, and then there is a lots of storage. Because this is a mid-engine boat, all of this space down here is lazarette space, so I'm not going to show you every single one because you'll get the idea. But in there, big storage bin. Can be very much the same under here, I suspect. There we go, got there in the end. So there you go, you can see the fuel tanks, and there's access to the rudders, helm indicators, and just general storage space running quite a long way forward. So we drop that back down. 1 and 2, and quite logically you've got exactly the same under there. Decent side decks running up both sides. Unusually for a French boat, they are not asymmetric, they are equally sized and both slightly raised. Good grab handles as you come up, both outboard and inboard, and slightly sunken as well. Midships cleat, which is always a good one. There's room up here for sun cushions if you wanted them. I don't think this boat has them. Escape hatch and illumination to the fore cabin, and then a fairly chunky old anchor handling winch and chain locker in here. Massive chain locker. God, you'd get some fenders in there, couldn't you? Anchor, and then foot switches for the electric anchor winch. And just for the sake of it, there she is. I do apologise for the wind and the weather. Sadly not in my control. But you can imagine it's a horrible wet windy day, but it's very easy and very nice to move around. The whole deck is covered in this sort of patterned non-slip. Access up to the fly bridge, which we're going to do now before we go inside and get wet. Nice decent ladder. Again, grab handles where you'd expect them when you're coming up. Small fly bridge, but again very much in keeping with what they were at the time. Couple of helm chairs, navigator seat, steering, engine throttles, and just basic gauges that you need to start and stop the engines if you're starting from up here. Binnacle compass, but again great visibility all the way around the boat. You can see right the way around, see what's going on, so great visibility from up here, particularly the stern too. Radar, omnidirectional TV aerial. That little one there is the GPS, and then standard VHF aerial. And again, going back to its sort of fishing heritage, lots of rod holders for trawling lines. Is it trawling lines? Have I got that right? Please let me know if I'm wrong. So once you're back down the ladder, 3-part door, 1, 2 and 3. So the first 2 sections fold back over here. I'm only going to open one because it is pretty grotty. So even though it's a horrible day, it's a lovely, bright and well illuminated cabin in here. Obviously it's an inboard engine or twin engine boat, so there's CAD 44s below the deck. I'm not going to take the whole deck up. I'll drop in a picture to show you the engines. So they're Volvo Penta CAD 44s, and they're going to give you around 25-ish knots as a max speed, and obviously you can cruise at anything less than that depending on sea state and where you want to go. So first off, on the port side, sorry, is this array of seating. I think there's an additional table here to replace this one if you want it, and then lots of cabinetry for storage all the way around here. This is quite neat. I love these cabinets. You push your finger in the hole and it opens, so no twisting. Both windows open on both sides, so you can get a really good cross breeze, and obviously have the rear door open. You have a fridge down here, there's a cutlery drawer in there, cooker, more storage underneath, and hidden under this work surface here you've got the gas twin burner on the top of the oven, and a large, very deep stainless steel sink with a mixer tap, and then similar storage units right the way across this side. A couple of steps forwards takes you to the helm station, which gives you this rather beautiful, just turn around, moulded single piece of wood seat. And it looks like the owners put a little standing box here, so you can stand on there, put your feet on there, but stand on there if you want to stand up. All the trips are down here, engine throttle controls, and your VHF is over there. Stop starts, usual array of carling switches, little ship's upright steering wheel, there's a little storage bin in there for phones and bits and pieces, and then your normal array of engine gauges. And then up here we have the GPS for Uno, and I believe the radar receiver for the radar we looked at upstairs. Great big windscreens with decent sized wipers on, so you can see today it's a pretty grotty day, but you can get a pretty good view out forwards. Over the other side we have a nice bench seat, which will give you good comfortable seating for probably 2-3 at a squeeze, and a nice grab handle, bit of storage, a couple of storage bins either side, and the usual glory hole for charts and bits and pieces down there. So let's go and have a look down below. So a couple of steps down takes you into the sort of lobby area, if you like. We'll go forward first into the master cabin. So straight away you can see pretty decent size double bed. Quite clearly the mattress is in two parts, otherwise I don't think you get it in here. The normal Jack and Jill access through to the heads, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. Nice that there's ventilation on both sides, lots of teak woodwork across this entire boat, storage in there, big mirror, lights at the end of the bed, another hatch there, big wardrobe down here, and then as you would expect there is an escape hatch with a sunshade to cover the sun. Over on the starboard side in here we have the twin cabin. It's full of bits and pieces, so I'll drop a quick picture in here to give you an indication of what it looks like, because it's got all of the outside flybridge cushions in here and the outside teak, risingly spacious, and it does come with a little wardrobe, as you can see in the picture on the right hand side there. And again, two opening windows, which is really nice. So if we swing back around, we'll go into the heads, which, as I mentioned before, has Jack and Jill access from the master cabin. Nice little moulded sink with a mixer tap, storage underneath, another storage cupboard in here. But what's quite clever is full sort of wet room effect. There is a little lip across the bottom here, down there, drains over there, storage locker in there, and fairly conventional electric pump loo. But again, you can see the showers down here, but again a couple of opening ventilated windows and access to the back of the dash, which is really neat. And obviously there's a shower curtain that will pull across here to keep the water in the shower when you're showering. So there you go. So that is a Beneteau Antares 1080. This is a 2002 edition. Hope you've enjoyed the tour. Thanks to Origin Yachts for letting us have a look round. For more details, contact Origin Yachts, and I look forward to seeing you next time round. Thanks for watching.